Hey everybody, Joe and Enzo here again, and today we're talking about developing great relationships. There's a lot of different relationships that you're going to have in your academy. Enzo, why don't you dive a little bit into some of the relationships that we're developing?
So guys, just real quick, I mean, we know that off the cuff you have personal relationships and then you have your business relationships, right? So hopefully everyone has really great personal relationships with their loved ones, like your spouses. That's a great place to start. But then again, being at the business, you need to have really great relationships with the people that you're working with daily. And depends on where you're coming from. You may sometimes we can have a tyrant persona where it's like, my business, this is my shit, you can do it my way or it's the highway and that kind of thing. And that may work for a short period of time, but one of the human needs is to contribute. And your team, if they really love what they're doing, they want to contribute. So you have to make sure that you give them that ability. And I know in the last video we talked about bench strength, we talked about meetings. Well, yeah, you should be having meetings with, especially your senior team or your core team, and developing strong relationships with that girl who's at the front desk or with your program director, getting their input, getting their advice. Doesn't always mean that everything they ask for or everything that they say that you have to do, but listen. You have 2 ears on one mouth. You need to take the time to listen to them and take the time to acknowledge that relationship and nurture it. Because if you don't nurture it, like anything, it's going to die.
Yeah. So there's a few ways of thinking of this, right? Number one, I'm always thinking about paying my staff to the best of my abilities, right? I want to provide for them, right? Number one. But it's more than that. It's more than just the pay. It's the time you spend with them, So I find that my team seriously values one-on-one lessons with me, right? They enjoy that connection time with me. Not just the work they do on their martial arts, but it's that connection time. Maybe it's a question of just going out and having coffee with one of your team members, Having that one-on-one meeting where you don't talk about martial arts at all. You don't talk about the business. You talk about them. You ask them questions. You get to know them more. Maybe it's more team dinners, more team outings. We've done the escape rooms and the trips here and the trips there. It's these things that create bonding, not just between you and your team, but between your team, your team members themselves. Yeah. And that is the glue that holds your school together. People are attracted to that type of environment, that type of team. They want to see a fun, exciting team that enjoys each other. That's going to make everything in your dojo much, much more powerful and successful.
Yeah, and guys, I'll kind of end with this note. I was just literally studying this gentleman. He runs an organization that grosses $35 million a year. And when he was asked, what is the secret? What is the secret to his business being so successful? He says, I have great people that follow the system, right? But that help one another succeed.
Awesome.
I have great people that follow. See, so the system is what you create. Everything we've been doing in the past 30 days, right? So and this is basically one of getting close to one of our last videos of this 30-day thing, right? We're laying out the system for the success. They have to follow, but here's the thing. If you have great relationships with your team and your team has great relationships with their co-workers, when someone slacks off, the other members will help them. They say, hey, come on, get back on track. They'll pick them back up. So you as the head of the school don't necessarily have to come down on them and have to be hard on them. Because that's how you grow, right? What's the old saying, if you kind of like, you think you can do everything, you're going to get nothing done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It takes a team to pursue a dream, right? So if the team is supporting each other, if they're helping each other, if my front desk girl is seeing, my program director struggle, she'll go there and do what she can to help him succeed.
It happens.
They lift, the rising tide lifts all boats, so to speak, right?
Yep.
So that's really important. You got to take the time to build your relationships, have them work together, and then you're going to see long-term success with your business. The other place that you'll want to develop good relationships is with the students and the parents, but you'll want to be careful between in a way, don't get in the friend zone, so to speak, right? Like the students and the parents need to, you shouldn't be going out having, drinks with your students. You shouldn't, one of the things we tell our staffs too, you're not partying with, with the students. So it's really important too to keep things professional and not personable. right? Like if you had a bad day, I'm not telling Mrs. Jones in my waiting room how bad my day was.
Yes, I've seen
You know,
that.
You want to build a good relationship, talk about the kid, talk about their training. Don't start talking about yourself. And that will help nurture good relationships with the students and the parents. Right. Anything else on that, Bill?
No, man, that's it. You know, it's a process, guys. You know, and one thing going back to our team, one last thing I'll add is, you know, we do a pre-shift meeting. Okay, and I got this from Kelly Murray. She's one of the coaches with Winterborn. We always do a pre-shift meeting, and in that pre-shift meeting, we'll go around the room, and I'll ask everybody or whoever's running the meeting, what's going on? You good today? Anybody need to help you out a little extra today? You know, so be in tune with your team.
Yes.
People are going to have bad days, you know, and as long as they know they have support on those days, you're going to get better results for them on those days rather than them shutting down on you. You know, so be there for your team, teach them to be there for each other.
Yeah, we're human, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to be robotic. So guys, tomorrow's the last video, so stay tuned. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and have